Hello, I'm Barry Schmaltz. You are the viewer of my work here at barryschmaltz.com. So stick around a while. Hold on then there. This here, I'm jumping the gun here, I'll be honest. But I don't care, because we're close to completion. The album, brand new, hot off the presses, present moment, February 2016. I shouldn't date myself, but, you know, here we are. If I were you, at the time of this filming, it's still in progress. It probably won't say that when you click on it later. Because we have one big track left at the end to do. And a special reprise. But we don't know what the reprise is going to be until we do the track before, because it's a special surprise, and we don't want to blow it for ourselves, if not for anyone else. So we got to keep it honest. So we don't know what we're going to do till we do it. All right. So this album here, If I Were You, it's a very beautiful sentiment, because I'm suggesting that if I were you, something, something. And you, the listener, might agree that there is some validity in postulating the walking in someone else's shoes. For instance, a mile in a moccasin doth not a barefoot pauper make. Does not ring a bell as an axiom or a thing to say. We do all these in one take. I'm a little bit winded from the last one. I loved it. But hey, check this out. This is also mixed a little low. But what are you going to do? All right, so it'll get better. Here we go. This song is for old time's sake. We came back. We were very loose. We weren't even expecting to come back. We came back, and it was great. We were real good in the studio. We loved it. All right, so then we did another track after this. That was a sort of, you know, a 6/8 thing. Right. It's a beautiful tune. It's kind of groovy, gets you back in the Barry Schmaltz spirit. All right, hold on. And then I say, you know what it is, and the point is, you can't stop feeling the love. Now, there's this conductor who shows up, and we don't care. We let him wave a stick around, whatever. We want to do something silly like that. Well, listen to this, the groove there. You can't stop feeling the love. Oh, yeah. Hats off to that. Right? Hats off to love. You gotta be good with that. Oh, yeah, there. Can't stop feeling the love there. Oh, yeah, you gotta get groovy. You see, the more in the present moment you get, the groovier it is. All right, then. Hats on to being an idiot all the time. Not all the time. Some of the time we like it. All right. You gotta wonder why they got quiet like that. All right, I don't know what's going on, but it's a good song. And you'll love it when you hear it. All right, and then we do Put Your Socks Back On. If you remember from my video where I talked about Put Your Socks Back On, we do it. And it's a funky tune. Get it? Sort of funky. Put your socks back on. Anyway, it's worth a listen. It's groovy, and you'll love it because it's great. Now, hold on. After that, we do the bossa nova. We love the bossas, by the way. You got to do a bossa. Because if you don't do a bossa, then what is that? Right? You kidding me? What? We don't do a bossa. I say it right there, and it's true. All right, I forget what they play, though. Oh, yeah, we do the song, The Bossa Nova, from the Pretense Society. Go back and give it a listen. The Bossa Nova, the Pretense Society. Check that one out, and then listen to this. You'll hear it's the same song. It's a great song. What a groove. Oh, yeah. I can't help it. All right, then, there, but I got to help it because we got no time. All right, and then we talk about doing another bossa, and they want to do it by Joe Beam, and another guy wants to do it by Joe Beam, and there's two different guys, Joe Beam and Joe Beam. So we talk about that a bit. Then we do the bossa affirmativo, which is a very affirmational bossa. There is no bossa negativo, as far as I know, but we should probably look into that. Anyway, they do affirmativo. And then the conductor comes back because he hears us talking about John Cage all the time. And the trip with John Cage is like you can incorporate any experience into any performance, and that's a whole new show right there. And that's where we come from. And it's like, you know, it's sort of a spiritual thing for us. And so we have a song or two that depict that kind of sensibility. And one of those songs is, hats off, John Cage Says Yes. And that is one of our most sacred tunes to perform if we want to get like, you know, we don't want to call it, but John Cage, check him out because, you know, there's exactly as much suffering in the world as there needs to be. And if you glom onto that, you see the whole picture. It's a whole Zen thing. It is what it is. It's all like that. All right, hold on. I'll play a little bit of it because it's such a great piece.
John Cage.
But you got this stuffy conductor guy doing it. But it's very, very a special tune to us. Here, listen.
A ring, a ding, a honk on
We should have had a honker.
with me, and all I hear.
Right. And the response?
John Cage says yes.
All right, and it goes on like that. Oh, it's so great. All right, so if you like that kind of thing, that's what it is. And if you don't, it still is. And then we take a short break and we tell those other guys, those 4 guys with the instruments to play a few song there. And they air it out a little, as we say. We're out there back, they do one of those crazy guitar numbers there. It's pretty funky there. And it goes on. You know, it's not necessarily universally popular because you gotta like that sort of thing. All right, and then what happens? And then we come back. Oh yeah, and then they make a point about how they play music they don't think is great. It's not great, but they think it's gonna be great. And there's a concept, and you know that's true. We always talk about how it's gonna be great, right? Here, listen. Why are you playing them? You got to admire that. You got to admire that, you know. And then I really got a little more respect for them at that moment, at that point in time. Okay, and so, with my heart full of that sentiment, I play and sing the song, If I Were You. A very lovely ballad, oft overlooked. We look over it, and we don't remember it. But you know what? Then there's a special surprise with the rest of the album. And that's that. So I'm not going to spoil it because it's a spoiler alert. Huh? All right. You are at BarrySchmaltz.com, the albums. The albums at BarrySchmaltz.com, listening to them one at a time with me deconstructing and expanding upon them, explaining how some stuff got there, maybe pointing out a few things you might want to think about along the way, and probably forgetting about 10 times as many things that I ought to want to tell you about, which I forget into. So what am I going to do? Nothing. I'll just make another one of these videos and another album. When we finish this, I'll keep this video up. But in the future, every time we do a video, it's going to be a fresh new album, just like this one's a fresh new album. So we're here, we're happening. It's this moment there. We are up to date. Huh? You know you love it. You love being up to date. Hats off to it. You know why you're up to date? As we like to say, you are what time it is. Don't look at your clocks. I took off my watch. Don't look at your calendar. They're all wrong. You are what time it is. And when I say that, take your time. Who else's time is it, huh? Keep that in mind as well. I'm going to talk about time like crazy on this website. We haven't gotten to it yet, but it's going to happen. It's going to be big and great. All right. Thanks for sticking around. Barry Schmaltz at BarrySchmaltz.com. The albums at BarrySchmaltz.com. You, the viewer, me, Barry Schmaltz. All right. You're going to love the new one. Give it a check. Check it out. Be that way. BarrySchmaltz.com.